Test. Beep, beep. Hello. Hello. Whew. Look at the stock market, chat. Look at that stock market. What are we going to do with all this winning, chat? What are we going to do with all this winning? We're not going to know what to do with all this winning. Isn't that what he said? All this winning. I don't know what to do with it. It's crazy. Hello, bookish. I flip houses, lumber, drywall, grown up. Yeah, anybody in construction and remodeling, especially, you're gonna get. You might as well find a new job. Just go ahead and find a new job. If you talk to a supplier, if you have a company called a supplier, you might as well just call it quits. Call it quits, baby. Did I hear about the kid at the track meet? I did. Yeah, it's in Frisco. Any thoughts about that? Yeah, it sucks. I grew up right there. I grew up right in that area too. Guys, you're gonna get sick and tired of all this winning. You're gonna be so sick of it. The stock market nosedived 1,400 points today. Doesn't that mean Trump should be gone? Doesn't that mean he goes? Will it ever run for a government position? Does the government have dominatrixes? I feel like I could do that. High prices mean we are true patriots. I love it. What's up, Argent? The stock market does that all the time. You don't know what you're talking about. I want to know what they're going to say today. I want to know. They're saying it'll be better in 10 years, no lie. I think it's going to be like 60 years. 60 years? That's what I read somewhere. I want to see what people are saying today. I watched a little bit of Dean's live and I was impressed. I hope these MAGAs are. I hope these MAGAs are doing their stretches before they come in here. Because they are doing some real gymnastics out there. They're doing some real good work out there, guys. Those Republicans. I just can't wait. I love it. MAGA Pilates, right? MAGA, be sure to do your stretches, guys. Stretch those hammies. Stretch those hammies. Don't, and guys, just remember, the libs are hurting too with this economic crash. Just remember, chat, we're sticking it to the libs. The second you start to think that the economy is a bad thing, go watch a video of a lib crying. It's all worth it, right? We're not worried. We bought all the free Patriot dried preserve rations like sensible D-Day preppers. I had somebody talk to me or ask me if I was prepped for D-Day. Ice for dinner again? At least it's lip tears. What's up, Gecko guy? I would take zombies right now over MAGA. I mean, it's the same thing, isn't it? Oh, Trump, tell us what to do. Oh, must vote for the dumbest man ever. I'm waiting for you to come in all day. Yeah, well, we slept late last night. Or we went to bed late last night. I was playing Assassin's Creed, and then I finally decided to read some news, and that kept me up till 6 a.m. Reading about the tariffs. Oh, more cool ass libs that can't stop talking about Trump. You mean the guy who's in charge of the country that's crashing the economy so that he can buy everything? You mean that guy? Oh man, I know I'm sick and tired of hearing liberals call us out on why we're so dumb. I'm so sick of it. Don't you worry, you'll benefit also. Trump is brilliant compared to Kamala. The guy thinks magnets go poof underwater. You can't possibly think he's brilliant. There's absolutely no way. The man who thinks his son is brilliant for being able to turn on a laptop. The man who thinks that the exporting countries are paying the tariff. We heard Let's Go Brandon for 4 years. Yeah, exactly, dude. Trump is a genius. Is that better? Please come up and tell me. Where can we see him talk smart? I've never seen him do that. Where can we see proof of how smart he is? I've never seen. Can you find one clip that shows how smart he is? Just one clip of him talking about things in a smart way, instead of repeating the word groceries like he's a genius. Is there anything that we can watch that will give me some assurance? Because I would love to be able to sleep a full 8 hours tonight. There's got to be a clip out there, right? Right? Here's my favorite clip of the day, guys. Y'all ready? You guys see that clip yet today? I want to play it again for the conservatives in the back. You think his 18 billionaire or 15 billionaire friends in his administration feel the same way? I can't do anything about the volume. Trump and his buddies are just getting rich, guys. Give it time. You'll feel it too. It'll trickle down to you. Give it time, you idiots. You don't understand. It'll trickle down. The video about due process, let me see. I will watch it in just a sec. Yeah, I've been saying this too. Trump talks after quiet. Yeah, I usually have a debate up here. A lot of them are just up here defending their own feelings. They have to keep justifying their position. Whether it's calling Kamala stupid, it's like, well, you gave me no choice. Kamala was just so stupid. I had to vote for this. Duh. Hello.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
I am not, unfortunately. Well, I guess, unfortunately for the sake of debate. Fortunately for the sake of the country, because democracy is awesome, and I really hope we get to do it again someday.
I hope. Yeah, I hope so too.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I just saw you didn't have anyone in the queue. That was me in the chat talking about that due process video. It was very, very, very well put together, and it's from ATL Dan 2719 on Discord. Shot you,
Oh,
Indiana.
I see you. Okay. Here, I'll do this.
Yeah, I like it.
Bros, and definitely in a villain arc right there. But
Oh,
yeah,
a
that was good.
thousand percent. Message is on point. And speaking of protesting, are you hearing anything about Capitol protests across the country tomorrow?
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard some of that. Do you have one you wanted to shout out real quick?
I mean, I would say take your pick. It's in all 50 states plus the lovely District of Columbia on the
Uh,
5th.
or on the 5th. Okay, that's what I thought.
Is that how
Saturday.
dates work?
Yeah.
My bad. Today's Thursday. Whoops. Yeah, Saturday.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
But yeah,
Well, thank
that's
you.
fun to
Thank
pop
you for
up.
sharing that, dude.
Yeah, of course, man.
All
You been
right.
good?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I just woke up, so I'm a little slow, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
All right. Well, I'm sure you'll get there.
All right, bro. Take it easy, man.
All
Thank you again.
right. Yep. Peace, y'all.
Oh, guys, my my AC unit's like spitting out fucking water. I'm dying. Like I don't know if I'm gonna get sick from it or what. Hello,
Hello?
Sweet Pea. I think this was an accident. Let's step up real quick too. Mold, Legionella. Both of those sound great. Both of those sounds really good. Yeah, I emptied it. I drained it. It has like some water drains that you can do that I did, but it started spitting water again. Guys, tap the screen. Let's get to 20K real quick. Let's get some people in here. What's up, Steph?
You hear me?
Yeah.
All right, can I drop some protest game real quick for
Yeah.
everybody getting ready for the 5th?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so one thing that's super important is agitators and aggravators. If you remember, like BLM protests and even stuff before that, or like the Fight the Right protest that happened a few years back, there's always going to be people who are going there for the sole purpose to get you on edge, to get you annoyed, to get you intimidated, and it's important to remember, do not engage. Don't engage, hands free, you know what I'm saying? Check them out. Completely block them out, you know what I'm saying? Have your signs, use your voice. Do not engage because what they want, and everybody's already been talking about this, the second you act, it's always the second person who gets caught. I play college football. We are always told if they're playing dirty, don't hit them back, tell a ref because the second person always gets caught, and that's what they use to justify any harm they're going to bring onto you. Secondly, as far as what you should bring, mask, perfect, extra water, perfect, little protein bars, granola bars, perfect, milk, important, absolutely important to have milk. Yep, someone said do not take your phones because what people will do, pickpockets. There's a lot of people who pickpockets in protest, right? If you drop your phone, it's gonna be hard to get it back. It might get crushed. Another thing too, bodyguards. If you know the term bodyguards, leave it at home. If you have a concealed bodyguard, leave it in your car. Do not give them any reason or any justification to exert violence on a peaceful protest. And that's all I got to say, man. I love what you do. I'm here every single day watching you, bro. Like
I appreciate you, dude.
we got to do more, man. And it's just important that people remember, like, express yourself, but express yourself in the safest way possible that gets you home at the end of the night. That's
Yeah.
what matters most, is getting home at the end of the night. And milk is for you to flush your eyes if you get hit with bear spray, mace, pepper spray, things like that. If they have like I forgot what the balls are called, but they have like not mint balls, but there's something like that they, you know what I'm saying, they can shoot out. It's a non-lethal, but it acts with the air the same way a mothball does. You know what I mean? So like mothballs, they have a high it's not they have a high rate of disintegrating with the air contact. It's the same thing with the non-lethal balls that the police use.
Okay.
So just be aware of your surroundings. Before you go to these protests, have somebody that's at home that knows your location, that knows where you're going, that knows what time you're supposed to be at home. Check in with your friends and just be safe, man.
Appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Thank you for all that. That was good stuff. Thank you. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come tell me why you still support Trump, come. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Other than emasculating the other side, other than just calling us stupid, I'd like to actually hear something. Hello? Debo.
Are you guys doing prepper? Is this prepper session for your Tesla riots, or what's going on?
No, there's capital protests on Saturday.
Where at?
Each capital in each state,
What for?
because Trump is ruining the nation.
Oh, how's he doing that?
Have you checked the news?
No, you're my news source, Pickles.
You checked the stock market today?
Yeah, I saw that. It's not 10,000. That's all I know.
Do you think we're heading in the right direction with this tariffs, bro?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
We need to rectify what this country's been taking advantage of for so long, and it's gonna hurt. But
What do you think the end game
gotta
is?
pull off
Like,
the Band-Aid.
what's gonna happen? Like, what do you think this is gonna do?
We're gonna make more shit in America. Simple.
Even if we do, it's gonna be more expensive and nobody's gonna buy it.
Cool. Aren't you for labor laws, Pickles? Aren't you for like a free and fair wage?
Yeah, but that
Aren't you
obviously
for a better world? Aren't you for more cleaner energy, since America is the #1 producer of clean energy in the world?
yeah, but we're not gonna be able to sell our goods. Nobody's gonna buy our goods.
Well, if we make them here and we're the #1 consumer and we're not shipping it all over the fucking world, isn't that cleaner and better for America? We're not relying upon other countries to make our goods. Isn't that a good thing?
We'll never get to where we can't rely on other countries for goods. Trade's necessary for a lot of things. Like we can't.
Why do you think?
Some of the,
Why do you think it's bad to be independent producer of goods?
we're gonna break our own backs doing this. It's not gonna do anything good.
What's our #1 export?
Uh,
Energy.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
here's the thing. Nobody in every possible way, nobody's gonna be able to match what we buy. And you just said the reason why, right? Because we're the biggest consumer in the world. Why and how would Canada not have a trade deficit with us? How in the world
So
would they
if we're
buy as
gonna
much as we buy from them?
if we're gonna act like a business, right? If we're talking trade, you got to kind of function like a business, right? So if a business can manufacture their own nuts and bolts instead of order them from somewhere else, and they can make them themselves so that they're more available, more reliant, they can do their own spec per se for what they want that product to be, you're going to make more money. You're going to be more efficient.
You're not going to be more efficient, make more money. You're going to be buying more expensive nuts and bolts.
Why? If you can make it yourself, it's always cheaper.
No, it's not.
That's why, really?
Yeah, because labor laws
Well,
will
yeah,
never let us do that.
Right. But if you have a country, let's not use the big one. Let's say Vietnam, right? If they're not there and they're not practicing the same labor laws that we have, they don't have an EPA, they don't have near the regulation, they don't have near the hoops that American companies have to go through. Of course, they're going to be able to make a product for much less because they're not following the same guidelines. But then they don't buy our goods, and if they do, or if we buy their goods, they tariff us, but we don't tariff them.
That's not a thing, dude. A lot of these countries that he tariffed,
absolutely.
a lot of these countries that he tariffed don't have tariffs on us like that. And he's mistaken
Really?
other things. Yes, he's
That's all
mistaken other things for
misinformation?
tariffs. I'm
Is that
sorry,
another
what?
Trump?
Yes,
is that
he's lying.
another-
Yes.
So the EU doesn't charge us tariffs. Canada doesn't charge us
We
tariffs. China
we
doesn't
charge
us tariffs.
we already have trade agreements with all these countries. So like they tariff trucks and we tariff their cars.
The EU doesn't even buy our cars or trucks.
Yeah, I know, because they don't fit on their fucking roads. And they're gas guzzlers. Like China, they're selling the whole world electric vehicles right now, and they are killing it.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the name of the car company?
BYD?
They're selling the world cars?
Yes.
I thought the Tesla was the #1.
No. What?
The only reason in America, no, I'm talking about in America.
We
Tesla's
won't.
the #1
We've
EV vehicle in America, right?
no, but they sell a They sell like they I think they just started to build like a 54 mile like factory. Is it 54 miles? BYD cars.
They were
BYD
trying to
Auto.
build that one in Mexico. Yeah, they were trying to build one in Mexico. I don't know if that's the same one you're referring to.
Yeah, could you imagine if you could go out and buy a $12,000 car, how more efficient your life would be? You wouldn't have like a $500 car payment. You could recharge your
The
vehicle for
Tesla
$7. It'd be pretty tight, right?
Tesla makes a car for like 30 grand.
Yeah, but BYD makes one for 12.
Well, yeah, but they don't use the same trade practices either, and they
Yeah.
subsidize a lot of their own minerals. They make a lot of. Here we go.
Yeah,
Perfect
yeah.
example.
So like wouldn't
This
our
is why I didn't want to bring this one up, was because they make all of their own batteries. They own 80% of the rare earths in the world. Like we have none of that shit. And this goes to them manufacturing their own shit. They subsidize a lot of their own industry.
we have to buy
They
some of those minerals
They
from
don't
them?
have an EPA. They're the most polluted country in the world. Like, dude, I can keep
And
going.
do you want to
You're
be
not
like
building
that?
a good case.
No matter what, we will never undercut them, will we? No matter what, right?
No, because okay, so then
So why would the world buy our
You're-
cars? Why would the world buy our stuff if we can't undercut them in all of these markets? Why would they do
we
that?
don't need the world to buy it. We're the biggest consumer. We don't need the
You
world
just
to buy
told
it.
me
We
that
can
it's
just make it
so
for
unfair
ourselves.
that they're not buying our stuff, and this is why we're doing it.
No, you're completely blowing past the point that I was making.
Okay, what's the point of doing these tariffs?
So that we have more domestic products made in America.
And what does that do for us?
What do you mean? What does that do with it for us? That creates innovation, that creates jobs, that creates a lot
You
of
you want to
things.
start making like screws and like have low like skilled labor jobs here again?
You think that people make screws, pickles?
Yeah.
Come on.
We import every one of our tiny screws, yes.
People aren't sitting in a factory pouring each individual screw into a mold.
There are workers in
Come
those
on, dude.
factories, I promise you there are.
Yeah, there are. But that's not some dude sitting in a
Do
little
you
tiny
want each
cubicle.
screw to be 400% more expensive because it's made in America? You really want that?
No, I want free and fair trade. That's what I
What
want.
does that even mean? How is that ever going to happen? What does that like you guys keep muddying the waters with what that even means? What does that even mean, dude?
That means, okay, we've already went over this, but I'll do it again. If a country doesn't buy our goods, but then they tariff their own to us, that's not free and fair trade.
Bro, we are not an exporting country. Why would they buy our stuff?
We're the second largest exporter in the entire world.
We
next
can't
to
make
China.
we can't make things cheap enough.
Dude,
We
come
can't
on.
make
You're
things
not- this
cheap
isn't a
enough.
real argument, is
No,
it?
dude, we are not going to
Of course
start
we
making
can't.
things that they're
In
going to buy.
comparison.
This is not going to be
We
healthy
can't
for
do that in
us.
comparison.
The only
do that in
benefit to
comparison.
this, the only benefit to this is the appreciation of the dollar and rich people being able to buy everything. That's it. Just because our economy becomes more incestuous does not mean we're going to be better off. It does not make us better.
By sitting here saying that the rich people are bad is like blaming your parents for giving you a good.
I know you guys are tired of hearing it, but it's literally these tariffs.
It's insane to me that you guys sit here and criticize the people that give you the very platform you're sitting here talking on.
Oh, shut up.
Like, it's insane.
Do you think these tariffs would have passed through Congress?
Well, good thing we don't have to go. We don't have to wait that
because
long,
MAGA
right?
can't govern. You guys just have authoritarian shit going on. But the second another president comes in, he's tearing these tariffs up. This is not going to do anything besides choke the economy for 4 years.
Just like you said that with Biden, but Biden didn't really do much against the tariffs against China.
Dude, the lumber and steel tariffs.
More.
I promise you, we're going to take these tariffs down, bro. I promise you.
Well, you got 12 years before that's going to happen because there ain't no fucking way the Democrats winning the next.
Why do you say that? We were 1.7% away from winning the last one.
Because you guys have the lowest approval rating in Congress ever.
It doesn't mean anything. I know you guys got your hopes up. It doesn't mean anything.
If you can't even win Congress, how are you going to win the presidency?
Guys, you guys are losing almost all of your special elections. In 30 plus districts, 15 plus districts.
We're going to find out about that one there, bud. And you guys sit here and talk about how Elon's doing this and that, and you got two of the biggest billionaires in the world sitting there siding with your Supreme Court justice in Wisconsin. So don't even go there about the billionaires and shit. It's insane. You guys have more billionaires funding your campaign.
Beep. Thank you for the $25 for the kick, Alex. Guys, it's not a competition about how many billionaires you have. It's the ones that are openly trying to buy elections. We can literally just see it with our eyes. Elon Musk trying to buy elections, and everybody's coming out and be like, we don't like that. People on both sides, even Republicans, went and voted and said, we don't want Elon buying this election. I came here, I showed up because I don't want big money people buying elections. It's disgusting, it's gross, and it's an oligarchy. It's authoritarian shit. And yeah, like, government is not a popularity contest. Because people are upset doesn't mean they're going to vote blue. Every single person who's going to feel this in their wallet is going to vote against it next election. Hello? Sire? Yellow? Yellow? Hello? Dude, you guys are trying to cope so hard. Guys are coping so hard. Elon handing out $1 million checks. Hello? Hello?
Hello, how are you today?
Doing good. Are you a Trump supporter?
In a sense, yes.
Okay. What do you think about these tariffs?
So I think, they're probably going to wreck a lot of stuff, but I'm a 25-year-old guy and I'll never be able to afford a home or have a family. So what do I care if society gets wrecked? There's no incentive for me to participate in it anyway. I'll never be able to have children. I'll never be able to afford it. So just wreck society, because then we could just build something up from the ashes. There's no incentive for me to participate in this system.
Do you know, like, 8 years ago was like way better before Trump got involved? Like 8 years ago, it was way better before Trump got involved.
The problems weren't started by anyone in the last 20 years. It was started in like the 1950s after World War II. It's been going on forever. It's the end of the post-World War II global order. It can't be sustained forever. It's just starting to show its cracks. It would have happened with or without Trump. Trump's a symptom, not a cause. Trump is just like an agent of chaos. I don't think he's a great guy. I think he's going to tear a lot of stuff down, but there's no hope for guys like me anyway. I'll never be able to have 4 children. What do I care if society crumbles? Crumble it. Good. I want it to crumble. I want everyone to lose all their money. I have no money.
It's going to take like 50 years. We're going to feel this for tens of years, not just like 5.
Prices are going to go up from the tariffs. I already can't afford anything. What do I care? Like, it doesn't matter. Tear it down. Screw everyone. Like, I love when, like, liberals like you, like, get all in such a stitch. Like, oh, things are going to become more expensive. It's like, dude, I'm already broke. I can't get any more broke.
Listen, you're being super cynical. Yeah, no, we could literally just reverse this. We can reverse course in 4 years if we vote Trump out. And we could definitely avoid things like tax breaks for the rich and huge wealth transfers like Trump is doing. 8 years ago, things were so much more affordable. Before Trump got all of his buddies to go buy all the houses by deregulating the market, you're sitting here throwing your hands up. Yes, this is something we can do. This is something we can fix. You're just being cynical.
With like Ronald Reagan like 40 years ago. It's not like Trump. I mean, Trump's going to exacerbate it, sure, but like this is so beyond like 2025. This has been like the seeds for this were planted in the 1940s.
Okay. So are you just against capitalism in general then?
I'm against the post-World War II global order because I feel like it doesn't incentivize young Gen Z people to start families, own homes, and actually have a prosperous life. And I'm fine with returning to a more isolationist, protectionist society where we just focus on ourselves because globalism doesn't benefit people like me at all, and there's no incentive for me to participate in it.
I don't know. I don't like any of that.
Okay, I mean, I'm a blue-collar guy from Ohio. I'm an electrician, dude. I'm 25 years old. I make $26 an hour, and I'll never be able to afford to have the life that my parents gave me and that their parents gave them. So I don't like this system. It doesn't work for people like me. I think Trump is just a symptom of it, not a cause. Sure, he can exacerbate it, but these roots run deep.
I think Trump is a symptom of I think media literacy. I think Trump is a symptom of people not knowing history. I think Trump is a symptom of racism and people being taken advantage of. And I think that anybody could have ran on Trump's platform in any country and won. But since Trump is the one who did it, the first guy who did it since Hitler, it worked. It worked really well, and he knew how to press our buttons. And just so happened to be he was rich, and people believed him. This is a rare thing. This is not something that could have just happened again with somebody else. JD Vance couldn't have ran on this platform and won. None of his buddies could have ran on this platform and won. You're saying this is a symptom of capitalism. It's bullshit. This is just a flaw of capitalism.
Well, if JD Vance was as charismatic as Trump, and I will debate the definition of charismatic another day, but if he had the same appeal to that base that Trump had, then sure, he could have won too. Trump won because a bunch of people in middle America thought, he's just like me, and then they voted for him. If JD Vance had the same riz, they would have thought the same thing.
No, you would have to be a billionaire, a playboy. You'd have to.
Wasn't JD Vance like a venture capitalist with millions of dollars before he got into politics?
Yeah, that doesn't impress anybody anymore.
But you just said you'd have to be like a millionaire.
I said billionaire.
Sorry. So if he had a B instead of an M, then he would have had the appeal to get elected.
Yeah.
I see Trump. You know, you brought up like the mustache man before. There's been like plenty of other nationalist populist uprisings since then. That he's not like the first one since then.
He's the only one brave enough to say the insane shit that he's said. Oh, like Obama is fucking is ISIS, and he's from fucking goddamn. I'm still waking up. He's from Kenya, and calling people rapists, murderers. Nobody would have the gall to say the shit that Trump spewed out of his mouth. The vile, disgusting rhetoric that he says.
So you almost like you put him on a pedestal. You think he's like capable of these things that no one else is. No one else could just
he's a malignant narcissist. It's a rare trait to have.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of narcissists that you meet in day-to-day life, and you
malignant narcissists.
Malignant meaning they use their illness for evil, I guess you could say, or their illness is applied in evil ways.
It's more like he literally doesn't care about other people. Like, this is his get rich scheme.
That much is clear. I don't like deify him. I just think he's an agent for chaos and he's going to wreck the system, but I don't even want to participate in the system. So go ahead, wreck it. Like, think about it, just put yourself in my shoes. I work 40 plus hours a week doing a blue collar job, and I will never be able to give children the same life that my parents gave me. Why would I care if this system crumbled?
I don't know. I don't feel like this is what my platform is for people to vent.
You don't like when someone steps outside your narrative. You wanted me to just be a
I don't have a narrative. I am trying to
idiot and recite MAGA idiot talking.
No, I want you to be somebody who I could reach and who I can help deconstruct some of the bullshit that you believe. I'm not sitting here trying to get clips. I'm trying to actually talk to people.
I'm not like a party hardliner. I don't like love MAGA. I just want the system to be destroyed, and if they'll destroy it, then sure, go for it.
It sounds like you reluctantly voted for Trump.
It sounds like I reluctantly vote. Yeah, I'm not. I'll concede to that. I'm not like a Trump fan, but he's chaos, and I want.
Oh
chaos.
My God! You asked for this, and you're coping with it today. Is that what this is? You're coping with it emotionally today.
I have nothing to lose.
You are so mad today.
I have no money anyway.
Oh my God! You are a Trump supporter.
I'm already broke. There's nothing more I could lose.
You thought you were going to get no tax on overtime. Is that why you voted for him?
Didn't he? Sorry, no tax on overtime?
Yeah.
I know that's not. I told you why I voted. I voted because I wanted to usher in an agent of chaos and destruction to rip apart the system.
Oh my God! All right, dude. Now I stopped feeling sorry for you once I realized what this was.
What is it? What is this?
You're a Trump voter coping.
I told you I'm like quasi a Trump. So I don't like him as a person. I think he's a degenerate maniac. But if he's gonna wreck the system, I want the system wrecked. It's like an enemy of the enemy is my friend sort of thing.
Don't worry, that 5K check's coming in real soon, bro.
What 5K check?
From Doge.
I don't believe any of that shit. I think Elon Musk is a ghoul. I don't like him either. I think Trump's a ghoul. That's where you're misunderstanding me. I just think, if he's gonna burn down the ivory tower, then I'd like to stand outside and watch it burn.
Okay. I'm telling you, this is like at the end of this administration, We're gonna be like a limping, small, hurt animal. We're not gonna be it's not gonna be dead. It's not gonna be squished underneath a car. It's gonna be a limping, small animal for a long time. And you think this is gonna bring in a new era? It's gonna usher in something new for you?
It's gonna be a catalyst. No, maybe not in
No.
my lifetime, but my lifetime's already cooked. Maybe in my
No, this is gonna be a
grandchildren's
dystopian empire of broken hopes and dreams, and people like you for many generations, not
and
just
that'll
one.
cause people to revolt. If we let people keep their guns and it gets worse, then they'll revolt and then they'll usher in
Yeah,
something
the people
new.
who have the guns voted this in and vehemently love it.
So why don't people on the left start buying guns?
I guess maybe we will.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I support that 100%. I think that there's neoliberal globalism clearly didn't set me up for success, and I'm a hard worker. I followed the whole work hard and everything will work out for you. I bust my ass. I work
Dude,
hard.
I've crashed and burned
I mean, like,
3 times in my life. I'm 36, and I'm just getting to a position where I can probably be okay again. Believe me, you'll make it through it. Just figure something else out and stop voting to ruin people's lives.
do you have children in a home
No.
and you're 36?
Yeah, I can
My
make it
point
happen
exactly.
though. I can make it happen though.
But it took you till 36. Your parents probably had you in their mid to late 20s.
No, my parents had me when they were 16.
There you go. Further proving my point. You're 36, and only now are you financially able to have a family. That's
No,
not
I was
okay.
financially capable of doing it 10 years ago. I was financially capable of doing it 5 years before that. It was possible multiple times in my
Why
life.
did you just say you only reached financial security at age 36? After
For the
multiple
third time, because I crashed and burned a few times.
So you hit highs and then crash back and then hit the high again, is what
Mhm.
you're saying. Look, I don't think you're a stupid person. I just think we've had different life experiences and we have a different ontology about things. I'm jaded, nihilistic, and dejected. I have no hope for the future, so fuck it, just burn it down. And you think if we elect the Democrats, then it might just work out.
No, I think your timeline is just silly, and I think that you have nothing but cynicism to offer people. Like, you don't have a timeline set up for
There's
this.
going to be no meaningful goodness in my lifetime, so just burn it all down.
I just think maybe you need to like download BetterHelp. Get some fucking $50 therapy, because this is not healthy behavior.
I'd rather talk to ChatGPT. It's only $5 and it does a better job.
Do that.
All right, brother. Amen. It was fun to shoot the shit. I hope I at least gave you a perspective that I'm sure thousands of other young men feel. And even if you don't agree with it, at least it gave you insight on to how some people are thinking.
Okay. Take it easy. Sheesh.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I just wanted to say I lost my 2 last remaining brain cells, and now I'm a human vegetable because of that guy.
I'm still waking up. I wish I would have handled that better, but yeah.
You know what? It takes a strong person to get up here every single day and deal with that shit. You keep doing you, man. Take
Will
care.
do, man. Thank you. You're asking people to unalive. Not all of us can make it through a system fail. Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna lose a lot here. Trump's gonna get really rich though. That's tight. Yellow.
Yeah, I just want to say I think you're a faggot. Trump's good. JD Vance is going to be president after Trump. Kamala's a pedophile. She's a woman. She won't be a good president. And you're probably a faggot and you...
Uh-uh. Hey, you don't say that. We're going to see a lot of people crashing and burning today. A lot of people. Liberation Day. Whew. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. They only have like a couple of things to say, and then they short circuit. They're like, "Wait, I'm supposed to be kicked by now," and then they're up to like the part of the brain that's supposed to like freestyle, and they're like, "What do I do? Fuck, fart, shid, ass." They're in denial, part of grief right now. Yeah, what are the 5 stages of grief? It's like 5, right? Oh, we got a Pokemon booster pack to open. Denial, anger. Okay, so denial, and now next is anger. They're gonna be angry, like motherfucker. Well, fuck. They're probably gonna misplace their anger on us, and then I don't know, bargaining. Here's your fate. They might contemplate sewer slide, depression. Um, maybe they'll sit long and hard and think about what they did, and then acceptance. Then they'll accept it. They can go out of order though. I didn't know that. Hello?
Hey, Pickles.
What's up, man?
Hey, I just want to say I love you.
Hey, I love you back.
Alright, cool.
That was neat.
Yeah, I'm not a Trump supporter. I just thought you needed that after those last conversations.
Thank you. I like your penguins.
Thank you. I like your pickle. Okay, bye.
Okay. I like your stuff. Hello?
Yeah, shouting out from UK, but I'm from Africa, and I've been following the US elections and everything. So, what don't you like about Trump?
Have you looked at the news today?
No, I haven't. What happened?
The stock market's nosediving.
Oh,
We put tariffs on the whole world.
oh yeah, I heard about the tariffs and everything. But why do you think he's doing it? Why do you think it's bad?
Because our economy is now set to have a negative 4% like shrinkage, which is equivalent to like the biggest recession we've had in 50 years.
Yeah,
Maybe even
nothing.
depression.
Yeah, nothing good comes easy, you know. I don't take sides when it comes to politics because generally I don't trust politicians as well. I don't trust politicians generally. I'm from Africa. I've seen what politicians do. Many of them say a lot of things they want to do for the country and all of that, but at the end of the day, they don't keep to their promise. But one thing positive I've seen about Trump, for example, is he campaigned on certain things and he's doing them as he said. That's why I was following the
This is
news. I
literally
watched
something
his.
he lied about. He said that he was going to decrease prices of groceries, and this is going to increase prices of groceries.
Yeah, it's not gonna come easy because I'm just saying, like, it's not gonna come easy. For example, we have a new president in Nigeria. He wanted to better the economy, and he removed the subsidy we had in fuel, for example. Sorry, I can't hear you.
I'm here.
Okay, thank you. So he removed the subsidies we have on fuel, and now our economy is nosediving. But a lot of work is being done, and it would rise again. A fall of something doesn't mean that work is not being done on the background. If there is any chance that
I
America
don't
is
think
going
you
to be
understand.
great again.
This isn't just one little subsidy. This is us putting a brick wall around the nation and causing businesses that rely on trade to fail. All these businesses are going to fail. The stock market is going to crash. Things are going to get very expensive. People are going to lose their homes. People are going to lose their jobs. and it's not going to be going away in the near future. And Trump and his rich friends, they get to go around and buy all of these things up that are failing. It's going to be the biggest wealth transfer in history, and it was done by design. This wasn't done to help anybody. There's no
But
plan to
do you
make this
know?
better in the end.
Do you know? Do you know this for a fact, or are you just speculating?
There is no economist out there that can explain away why these tariffs are going on.
Yeah, I thought he wanted to like maybe improve the production. He wants Americans to stop getting things from outside, but to improve your own production and the productivity of your country generally. Is it
That's the
not?
scam. He's getting people to believe that that's the cause, but we are going to lose many jobs because of this. Even more, way more than the supposed jobs are going to be coming here.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you for letting me in and talking with me, though. I don't have a problem with perspectives. You know, whether you don't like Trump, whether you like Trump, but having spoken with you, you know what you're saying from your own perspective, and I appreciate the opportunity to just have a conversation with you. I didn't even know that you were going to let me in, but it's amazing.
Yeah, and take it easy, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I wish you well. Thank you.
Yellow.
Hey man, how are you?
Doing good. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes I am.
Okay, what do you like about Trump?
Um, there's a few things. So, first of all, before I get started, I'm not the legal age to vote. I'm 16. So, just want to get that out of the
Perfect. All right, chat. If you're 18 or older, you can come up here and debate. You cannot you cannot come up here and debate if you are not 18 or over. That's TikTok rules, not mine. Pray about it. Hello?
What's up, Pickles? How you doing?
Doing good, bub.
Man, these MAGA people, I've been debating some of them, and I feel your pain, and I don't know how you do it so like often and so well all the time. You are like you never crash out, and I gotta give that to you, 'cause some of these people are mad irritating.
Yo, shout out Effexor. Best antidepressants on the market, baby.
Real type shit. But you take care, Pickles. Peace out.
All right, YouTube. Asking for a friend. This is what I take, guys. It might not work for everybody, but this is what I take. I take the max dosage. I think it's 225 if you want to ask your doctor for the same thing. They might be more expensive here soon. I don't know. I take a whole cocktail of pills, guys. I take a whole mouthful like every morning. 225 crew, let's go, dude. Let's go. The SNRI, yep. No, it's not $225 per month. I get mine on you know Hims, they sell like wiener pills and like hair loss treatment. They also sell antidepressants for $50 a month. It's not bad. Guys, tap the screen. We're almost at 50K. Let's get some some freaking debates in here. I don't know. I'm sure we might get few debates today. This is also maybe, possibly, I think one of the last days TikTok is up. So please give me a follow on YouTube. Let's see how my YouTube's doing. Wow, 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 wow. What's going on here, guys? What is going on? YouTube is popping off. Chat, why am I the only one popping my panoosh? Someone come up and debate. What? People are trying to say that I'm a fake stream. Guys, YouTube, I'm not reading YouTube chat for those of you watching. I am here. I'm looking Trump 28 baby. Gross, gross. I'm waiting for someone to talk. You need George Floyd tattoo? Why? I like your teeth. Thank you. Thank you. Free Luigi. Amen. I'm in. Sorry, bro. I was driving. I would have paid to kick Debo faster if I could. You're good, Alec. Thank you, man. Why do you think TikTok has such strict community guidelines while YouTube is much more better? I don't know. I don't know. Debate Charlie Kirk. You mean my sleep demon? They aren't real people on YouTube if they don't comment on my glasses. Kirk only debates fetuses, yeah. Yeah, my YouTube channel is the same as as my name is here. Oh, guys. YouTubers, if you want to debate, I am on TikTok. You can find me. It's the same handle. You can come into the box and debate me. There's nobody waiting. I guess everybody just knows not to try to debate me on TikTok. I can't take guests on YouTube until I get like a phone number and a phone line for people to call in. And we somehow have a lot of people watching. There's no mod for YouTube. Argent, I got you. Please tell me. I really hope I clicked the right person. Yeah, I did. Send it for Google Voice number. Yeah, it's free. I just got to get like a waiting system. I got to get a phone, like a hold system. Because I'll probably just get blown up with calls. Real debate doesn't happen in TikTok. Literally, I've had real debates with people, everyday people, just like you, that can't really articulate why they voted for Trump. They just break out in bigotry. They're like, the trans people, they hurt my feelings. DEI. Can we talk about the trend of people wearing safety glasses? Guys, you see that ring light that's shining in my glasses right there? If you stare at that for 8 hours a day, you will not be able to sleep. Your eyes will fucking hurt. It's really bad for you. I really highly suggest getting some blue light blocker glasses. No one is too cool to value your sight. That's MAGA for you, though. Like, look how dumb that guy is. Protecting his eyes. What an idiot. I did join Starlight. I'm broke. Cash up. Oh my god. I have a Cash App even in my bio. Blue light glasses made my depression worse? That's a thing? I'm European. I was strongly pro-Trump, but now it's difficult to understand. Yeah. Yeah. Pickles, I think you're a saint. Far from it. Far from it. I have a legal record that would probably excel me all the way to the presidency if I went Republican. I'd probably get all the way to the White House with the amount of alcohol charges. Trump sells Bibles equals God loves Trump. Trump's literally said he's not a Christian, and he's making money off of you guys by selling Bibles with his name on it. How many people in history have put their name on the front of the Bible and sold it? How do y'all not see the grift? How do you not see it? Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
And now what has happened over the last 24 hours, where are we supposed to be? Are we supposed to be, I hate them because they voted for him? Or are we supposed to feel bad for them because now they're suffering just like us?
I have always maintained that we should treat these people, even before this, as sick people. These people have been tricked and lied to and conned. So I treat them like my old Nana, who, like, probably got fooled by, like, a Nigerian prince in an email. Like, that's how I treat them.
Okay. Because part of me, the humanitarian in me wants to reach out and say, I'm sorry, and you're gonna feel this for a while. But then there's part of me that I'm absolutely pissed because, and I'm just gonna be honest. My husband and I each have 401ks. In the last 100 days, we each have lost over 120K. Here's the thing that sucks, Pickles, is I'm old enough that I will never replace that in what time I have left on Earth.
Yeah. Wow. I am so sorry. That's brutal. Hey, uh, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I almost feel like being sarcastic right now, but I can't. That's not something to joke around about. I can't.
No,
I
you
am sorry.
can. You can totally, because it's hit and we're like, all right, they're gonna have to roll our old bones out of our employment places, so because we probably won't be able to retire how we had planned. So it's all kind of up in the air now. So a joke would be good.
I don't know. I already lost it. But
Sorry.
I mean, the fact that people can't see like what's really going on, they think there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that
Mhm.
there's like actual reason behind this is wild to me. Like, I don't know how they set this up, but they've convinced all of these people that this is somehow good. This is somehow good. And those who maintain that it's still good, I have no sympathy for them, really, financially.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. The best we can do, no one's willing to talk with the raging, like, liberal who's snarky and, I told you so,
Mhm.
which I'm trying to stay away from. I still do it sometimes, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe now is the time to like reach out and be like, "Hey, why do you think this is going on? Maybe don't vote for this in the midterms. Maybe
Right.
maybe don't vote for this in the next presidential election. This is real bad, obviously."
True. True. Well, thanks for listening. I just wanted to throw out some truth bombs out there, and I don't think people are hearing that enough on these lives. They're just hearing, "Oh, it's bad." But I think if people started sharing, to a point without getting real private, that people are going to start hearing what's really happening in people's lives, no matter if you're, 65 or 35 or 25, it's going to hit you if it's going to hit you. Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you. You guys crashed the economy so hard, and people in YouTube are saying my party is done. You guys won by 1.7%, and my party's done. You guys are losing special elections where Trump was plus 30, plus 15, and we're done. This is something y'all are feeling very upbeat about. I can't make it make sense. America first. Yay. Okay. I mean, these people are still waiting for Jesus to come back. I wonder how long they'll wait for the economy to turn around. I lost so much money over the last 4 years. Blame that on Trump, please. Trump did make gas prices extremely high, but outside of that, no one's really to blame for the inflation. Biden's not to blame. Nobody's been able to figure out how to blame Biden for it. Trump spent 4 years attaching Biden's name to the bad economy so that there's no way to surgically remove that out of your brain. But yeah, Biden didn't do anything bad. Name a policy that he did that was bad. Go ahead. Yellow. What's up, Dean?
Mr. Pickles, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, bub?
Well, today I did an early protest on my own. I live near a small city called Keene, New Hampshire, and the streets are 4 lanes wide and with a meridian in the middle. So I sat at the foot of the common with my sign, and the sign said, "Trump the Chump." The same sign I had for the veterans
I remember you bringing
protest.
this up. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is today. It was only 37 degrees, but I stood outside for 3 hours waving my little sign. So a girl comes up and says, "You're all by yourself." And I said, it's just like Al Green. It's better to act alone than not act at all. So this young lady, she was like 24 years old, very nice, very intelligent. She's a Republican. I'm not going to call her MAGA. and she is she's gay. Okay, so be it. So we had a nice conversation, very intellectual, and she was a sweetheart. And she told me her points. I told my points, and it was just a nice conversation. But my point is, today I only had 3 thumbs down, like screw Biden, or anyway, but and then one guy says, he put his thumb down. He says, "I'm a citizen. I'm American citizen. Hey, I am too." So I thought he was going to pull over. We were going to have some words, but he just kept going. An older guy, but I felt good, just being by myself with my little sign. It's not decorated or anything. It's just a plain old marker sign, and I'm expressing myself. It's better to act alone than not act at all, just like Al Green said, and that's what I'm doing. Another good point, my daughter, I don't know if I told you before, but she's an advocate in this area for childcare. And she had the job in Concord at the State House for the job, but then they had that big cut. All jobs were shut off. So she's going to Washington, D.C. She's going to meet with Jean Shaheen, Maggie Hatson, and that Republican girl. She's new. I mean, for a Republican, she's a sweetheart. But anyway, this is my daughter's either 4th or 5th time as a lobbyist for child health care. I'm so proud of her. And she tells me, "Dad, you got to get off TikTok because it's making you crazy."
No way. No way. TikTok's all we have. That's all we have.
Yeah. So anyway, I feel good about what I did today. I think I'm going to do it on a daily basis to break away from my wife. And it felt
Nice.
good being on my own for a change because, I am just overwhelmed with what's going on at home. But, it's one day at a time. And I married my wife for, unconditionally. I mean, she's in a wheelchair. It's unconditional.
Love it.
But anyway, Pickles, I saw you on. We haven't spoken in a while. Thank you for bringing me up. I know you want to chew on the MAGAs. They are so ignorant. How blind are they?
I don't know. But Dean, you give me hope.
Have you put a good word out for Isaiah?
I absolutely have.
Yeah, I hope he wins. Congratulations, Wisconsin. Almost had it in Florida.
Almost.
We're coming back strong.
We got this. Thank you, Dean. We love you. We love you so much.
Okay, buddy. Thank you for bringing me up. I appreciate it.
Anytime. Here's some interesting article I just found. This is fact check. Are Donald Trump's tariffs on the EU really reciprocal? Answer's no. Donald Trump has announced a reciprocal 20% tariff on EU goods entering the U.S., claiming 27-country bloc, ripping America off by charging a 39% levy on U.S. products entering the market. They charge us 39%. We're going to charge 20%, so we're charging them essentially half. But does the EU really slap a hefty tariff on U.S. goods? And if it doesn't, how has that rate been calculated? The EU does not impose a 39% tariff on U.S. goods. All available evidence shows that the real EU tariff rate is nowhere near 39% mark. The European Commission says it charges an average tariff of just 1% on all U.S. products entering the EU market, considering the actual trade in goods. It adds that the U.S. administration collected approximately $7 billion on tariffs on EU products in 2023 compared to the EU's $3 billion on US goods. A World Trade Organization estimate puts average tariff rate on US products entering the EU slightly higher than 4.8%. So it's not 39. In both cases, this is far off from 39. It is not factually correct to say that European Union imposed tariffs 39% on the US. Contrary, it's near 3. Chief Europe economist at Capital Economics told Euronews, put a rate somewhere in between Commission's and WTO's estimations. The Trump administration's methodology to the extent that there is one, is neither credible nor justified to arrive at these numbers. they're just making shit up. And everybody's saying that all of these tariffs are reciprocal. They've been sold a lie. They took that, they ran with it. That's good enough for you. Let's go crash the economy. How dumb are you? How dumb are you? Same thing with Canada. Canada has 99% free trade with the United States. 99%. And then we have like a 200% dairy tariff that we impose when the dairy hits a certain level in the market, which it never has. Which is also the same agreement Trump shook hands and signed with them. Trump is the one who did the USMCA agreement. And we were supposed to like verbalize our disagreements or concerns every 4 years with Canada and Mexico. And then every 16 years is when you're supposed to renegotiate. And Trump just went back on it. So who will ever make a deal with us again in trade? Like, we just told these countries that we're not going to do tariffs if they do X, Y, and Z, and then we still do it after they give us concessions. Why would they ever trust us again? And then the Trump administration has the gall to be pissed that the European Union is not using U.S. defense military manufacturers to re-up their military equipment. I think it was Marco Rubio that came out. It's like, this is inappropriate. You're supposed to be buying our weapons. Yeah, no, they're not buying their weapons from fascists. Sorry. So sad. These people, if they could read, they'd be so upset right now. Guys, I'm going to make coffee, and I'm going to let you see me do it because I need coffee, and I don't want you to go anywhere. Fuzzard.
What's going on, buddy?
What's up, bro? How are you?
Good, yourself? Hold on. Good. How's your coffee coming? I'll talk to you while you're making coffee.
I won't be able to chat back, but you're welcome to tell me a story.
That's fine. I will. What can I talk about? I mean, obviously the tariff things are horrible. I'm impressed with how many people, how much MAGA you get in your live in the chat. And today has been a horrible, horrible day for getting people up. If you guys haven't seen it, Bro's kitchen is more dirty than mine.
My kitchen's clean. It's clean as heck. What are you talking about?
I know. Looks pretty nice. I like it.
Got some apples over there. God forbid I'm healthy. Jesus.
So I'm going to tell you what's being planned. Okay. Now I'm not fully sure what's being on board, but so Johnny says he's coming to Maine because he's got to see Susan Collins or something like that. And I don't think that's what it is. I think I'm in Maine. I think it's to see me. So I have a whole day planned out. We're going to go for a picnic. We're going to go for a walk along the river. We're going to probably hold hands. We're going to see the Paul Bunyan statue and maybe take a concert in. I don't know when he's coming. He won't give me the date. So I'm inviting you.
What part of the country again?
Maine.
Oh fuck, I'm in Texas.
Oh, I was born in Midland.
Oh, nice.
No, nothing nice about Midland.
Yeah,
Have you
you're
ever
right.
been there?
Yeah, Midland sucks.
Yeah. So yeah, when he comes, he claims it's to see Susan Collins. That's bullshit. It's to see me. I know it. Oh, Stephen King. We can go see Stephen King's house. I could take you on a Stephen King tour. It's gonna be me and him are gonna have the most wonderful day.
I would love to do it, but right now the uncertainty around TikTok is making me save all of my monies. I am saving every penny I make.
Yeah, it's so this is my opinion on it. I know everyone says it's going away. Donald Trump's popularity is in the shitter. I don't care what you MAGA say, it's in the shitter and declining. The stock market's showing everything. The world is showing Donald Trump's popularity is in the shitter. One way to pull it out a little bit, make it look like he saved TikTok again. So I'm willing to bet he does something and TikTok will be around for a little while longer. We'll see.
I don't know. I'm sure he also has Bezos saying, "Hey, bro, I want to buy TikTok, so you better chill."
You think that'll happen?
I'm not sure. They already have Twitch, so I'm
right.
And they've got Amazon. They've got their own databases or whatever. Amazon something servers. I forgot, WHS or something. But yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's scary. It sucks because I have a bunch of money and I've never withdrawn money. I always fucking pass it out, but I've got a lot right now. And I got to figure out how to get it to a PayPal. I suck at technology, so.
Well, yeah. Let me know. I can help you figure out how to do PayPal.
Okay.
It's kind of annoying. PayPal. Who bought PayPal bought fucking Venmo. That's who it was.
Oh, PayPal bought Venmo. So can I use Venmo? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I think so.
I have a PayPal. I just yeah, and then it's a whole the email that this account is linked to, I don't use anymore, so I don't remember all my fucking things. I thought you were doing that days ago. Yes, I've been talking about this days, and I'm failing. I am failing miserably. What do you want me to tell you? God, yeah, you've had some rough chat going on, or earlier, anyways. They don't come up. They don't want to talk.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to defend what's going on right now. YouTube is going wild too. YouTube is insane.
That's the other thing I'm struggling. Yeah, navigating YouTube, I'm having fucking trouble with too, because I try and go in and I can't stay logged in under me. I can make a video, but if I go, like, let's say I go watch your live, it takes me out, so I can't follow. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. So yeah, that's a whole thing.
YouTube.
So, yeah,
is
you had a late night, huh?
Yeah, I was up playing Assassin's Creed Shadows like a responsible adult until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then I started reading about the tariffs, and I did a little diving into that, and yeah, I slept a good, I don't know, 8 hours. Woke up. Here we are. It takes me hours to wake up and about 2 carafes of coffee. Carafes.
Yeah, you keep talking. Yeah, oh man, that one guy that was so cynical. If I wasn't driving, I would have come up and helped talk to him because, man, he was tough. Yeah, he just had no outlaw. There are simple resolves. We can set things back. Taxing the wealthy. We can set things back to like it was in the 1940s and 50s, like he was talking about. We can do that again, but we have to be willing to do it. We have to get the Republicans on board. We have to get people like him who voted Republican to understand that's how we do it. We don't sit there and just burn the place down and restart. No, we just go back to the way it was. 90% tax, 52% tax, somewhere around there, where you could have a family of 4 on that minimum wage was meant for a family of 4 to be able to get by. That's how it started. That we're nowhere near there. $7.25 an hour, not gonna get a family of 4 by. That is ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know. And he's like, oh, I guess Democrats have all the answers. Give it a try. Yes, Democrats do have the answers. Healthcare alone. You want to not have to come up with a shit ton of money because you came down with cancer? Healthcare. Pretty good. School, post school. Yeah. You want free education. That helps all around. One, it keeps people afloat. Two, like what he's talking about, he was a Gen Z. He probably went to school to be an electrician. He's got a shit ton of school debt that he's trying to bury himself out of. He's probably only paying interest. And yeah, of course you're not going to be able to buy a home. Oh, wait. And who was talking about giving deductions in home purchasing? Huh.
Yeah, also these people are so ready and willing to eat these like enormous consumer price increases for the betterment of the nation when they're terrified to tax the rich because that's going to increase prices of things. Well, that would have easily fixed this. Easily. Same thing with Social Security. Social Security would immediately be fixed if we broke the cap of $172,000. If you pay into Social Security and you make that much money, you are capped out. You pay the same amount as I do or as anybody else. And if you make billions, you pay the same amount as somebody that pays $172,000. That's what I meant to say. And it would fix it immediately. And they are so bought and paid for that they will never do it. And they get all of the messaging. All of the right-wingers will never touch these billionaires. They want to break their own backs. And they want to pay $5,000 extra each year for consumer goods so that we can fix the nation the way Trump wants to. That won't affect his rich friends.
And where they reach out and they're saying, oh, well, it's the trickle down. We all know trickle down doesn't work. You know, Elon Musk got a ton of subsidization. Is that subsidies? Anyways, whatever. He got a shit ton for Tesla. And that was supposed to trickle down. What did he do? He bought back stock with it. He didn't trickle it down. Yeah. He bought back stock. I mean, that's crazy.
Are you a Trump supporter, Cry?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no. I was just I was coming on here to laugh at Trump supporters. I actually wanted to ask you something though.
Okay.
Do you think that we should stop with the whole PC thing? Because like, I think it's turned a lot of people off.
PC, like political correctness.
Yeah, because like, you know what I'm saying? Because like
human
in the
rights.
1990s,
Human rights.
What?
No.
Human rights.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Like, you know how like in the 1990s, like liberals were like so like alternate culture, like what I'm trying to say is like what was
the whole thing about political correctness, like not wanting to say the R slur anymore, not wanting to say that, you know, things are GAY, those things they do cause harm in society. And it's like like when Republicans hear us talk about that, they're like, oh, what pussies, you know, we won't be able to say that. But it creates a culture that basically others people. So like what you're insinuating when you say something's GAY, just to say it's like bad or silly or something, it basically in your head, you're thinking someone who's GAY is lower or less than or not as good. And as a society, that actually manifests in a real way. And people who are GAY, they've been known to be like, you know, hate crimed and bullied, and society starts to break down when we continue those trends. And we see that when we stop those things, they're way more accepted, and they tend to manifest themselves and be free and open with who they are. We don't kick them out of the military anymore. Like all of these things come about when we start doing things the right way and we start realizing these things.
Yeah, but I feel like alt culture is like it's what we're in right now, and nobody really wants to join because we're so on everyone, you know. I mean, maybe once we get everything figured out, we can stop doing that. But
well, we had to start someplace. Like the N-word was a common word used. I mean, you go back far enough. You go back to Blazing Saddles, which a movie I love. Okay, I'm not going to talk bad about it, but it's used in that movie. We had to go beyond it. Now we literally think of it as like not just a slur, but a swear. We call it the N-word. Just like when you were a kid, you said the F-word. It's the same thing. You have to grow beyond that at some point. At some point, you have to say, this is the correct, using the R slur, calling something, oh man, that is so R. You can't do that. Those are human people that you're just crapping on.
Right. I mean,
There are real
yeah.
life like societal repercussions for these things, not just those individuals' feelings, like actual societal things that manifest when we do those things. And it takes somewhat intelligent people to see this and actually realize it and respect it. And other people are just intellectually lazy and they don't like it. And we can let them be
That's
them.
fair. But yeah, I mean, you're probably right about that. Also, do you know who Xander Hall is?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You remind me of him quite a bit. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you think the Democrats, when they try and reset the party, because there's problems, should we look to go more progressive, more left leaning, or do we go moderate to try and win more of the vote, or the Gavin Newsom way?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. Real quick, Connor, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to get to debate, so Cry Harder, I'm going to kick you, okay?
All right, sounds good.
In fact, Fuzzer, I'm going to kick you too. I'm going to do 1v1s.
That's fine.
But thanks for coming up, man.
I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Yeah, Fuzzer.
See ya.
All right, dude. What do you like about Trump?
I like, well, right now I'm Canadian, so I don't love him, but I like how he made the stock market go up before.
How did he do that?
I don't know. He was the president, and he made the stock market go up. And also, what, do you like Kamala Harris? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I do.
You would have a woman as your president?
Yeah.
That's fucking, I mean, dude, that says enough already.
Are you too soft to have a woman in charge?
I mean, I think she lost for a reason, because who wants to have a woman in charge? I mean, am I too soft to have a woman in charge? What does that mean? It would be the opposite.
Yeah, like the fragility of Republicans, they can't handle having someone above them who they don't respect.
I mean, it's not necessarily that. Look, it's not that I for sure can have a woman in charge. Well, I'm not American, but I mean, I can understand American politics because I'm just above you guys. I would say no, just liberals, or what is it, Democrats in America, right?
Yeah.
I think that it's just like socialist policies and taking money from the rich. Yeah, I don't like that. I'd rather have low taxes and keep my money for myself.
Okay, you know that these tariffs are the biggest tax increase on the middle and lower class in
Yeah,
decades,
that shit was
right?
dumb as fuck. Yeah, that shit was stupid. I'm with you on that.
Okay, so you know that Kamala just wanted to increase 7% corporate tax from 21 back to 28
Why?
to balance the budget.
How about just tax billionaires instead of millionaires?
She was going to do that too.
I don't think it's good to take money away from millionaires. Those are the people that are working hard.
What?
Are you a millionaire?
No.
So that's why you don't care.
Are you just trolling, dude?
I'm not trolling at all. How am I trolling? What did I say that's trolling? I'm not joking.
Are you you're
If you're a millionaire,
like literally
then you will not
millionaires
want
could
your money
pay the
taken.
tax liability difference for what Kamala was going to do, and they could
Millionaires-
go flip a house in 3 days and make that money back, when a poor person will never be able to do that.
Poor people will never be able to do anything because they're poor and they don't know how to get their money up.
No, you need capital to make money in this capitalist society. So yes, some
No,
of
you
us are
don't.
stuck. Yes, you do.
You don't know. If you have a computer, you can make money just like anybody else. You're at a level playing field. If you look, if you're a hard worker and you're smart enough, you can make money in this world. I don't believe that bullshit.
All right, we will always have a middle and lower class. If everybody was rich, nobody would be rich, right?
Yeah, and most people are not clever enough to get it on their own.
I still think that the biggest grievance here is that people want to balance the budget, and all we need to do is play around with the taxes in a way that's not completely selfish and completely just giving billionaires another leg up. It was like a moderate increase in their taxes would have been just fine rather than this, what you see today.
Yeah, I don't like the tariffs. I think that was stupid.
Okay,
I do like
so
what
you
Doge
see,
is doing, though.
Doge just only saved us $5 billion. It's literally nothing. At the expense of millions of lives, at the expense of like our presence on the world stage, at the expense of our friendship with our allies, at the expense of them not even. So the European Union is doing a huge thing where they're upping their weaponry and their military stuff, and they are not buying weapons purposefully from the United States now. The Doge cuts alone will never even touch that. It will not make up for that. Period.
What do you guys care? You guys are getting money from Israel.
No, we're sending money to Israel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What?
But doesn't Israel pay for the equipment too, or not?
We're sending them billions.
Okay. I thought you guys were making a profit on that. Oh, fuck. That's fucked up, dude. Why are you looking to the side like that? No, we're agreeing on some things. Some things not. Some things we are.
Like, it sounds like the biggest reasons you have to believe what you believe were just easily debunked in 30 seconds.
Not really. What did you debunk?
The whole tax breaks for the
I'm
rich
American,
thing.
so I don't know everything about American politics. But what did you say about tax cuts for the rich? Sorry.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna see if this guy's a real debate.
Oh, you gave up, pussy.
How old are you, bro?
What does that matter?
Are you over 18?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah. I have pube hairs that are 18 years old.
You have what?
I have pubes that are 18 years old, bro.
Didn't need to know that, but thank you. Can I see them?
Sure. I'll send you a locket for a PayPal donation.
What's a locket?
Like a lock of hair?
Oh, don't use like words I don't understand, okay? It makes me feel less intelligent.
I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay. Just next time, just try not to, okay?
Is there any way I can make it up to you? Just kidding. Get fucked. Chat, if you're a Trump supporter, come and debate me. Come tell me why you like Trump. Yellow? Solar Man tent? Solar Man, are you there? Solar Man, it's me, Pickles. Hello. Solar Man. It's me, Pickles.
Hello. Now can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've never done this before, so sorry about that. But anyway, if you look at his numbers, he had the greatest economy in the history of our country, comma. He had the highest employment numbers ever for Black America, Latinos, Asians, and women, while having the lowest unemployment numbers at the same time. We had 1.4% inflation.
Biden beat
not
that.
10% inflation. No, he didn't. They didn't come close to it. Let me tell you about Biden. They said they created 16 million jobs. Well, the problem was 12 million of those jobs were when they opened everything back up.
Can you prove that?
COVID. Yeah, you can look it up right now. Anybody, it's in the National
Can
Archives.
Can you show me like the article that shows me this?
Look
You're
in the
just saying
National
that.
Archives. It'll tell it to you.
The
It'll tell you
National
to say,
Archives?
ask the National Archives, U.S. government National Archives. But 12 million of those jobs were COVID-related companies when they shut down and they allow people to open back up. Then out of the other 4 million, 37% of them were newly created government jobs, all the way from the local level up to the federal level. 37%.
All right,
You know why
you're
that is?
you're steamrolling. Let's talk about one thing at a time, okay?
No, I'm just talking about, Joe Biden and how terrible he is and why
Okay.
Donald Trump is so much better than Joe Biden.
Got it. So this is a map. This is from the archives, like you like to cite, and this is where all of the people came and invested in Joe Biden's Chips and Science Acts and the Inflation Reduction Act. You see all these places that invested millions and millions of dollars? That's where these came from. See these public investments? You see those dots?
Yeah,
Those
but the
are a
problem
bunch
is
of
it's
jobs
still
being
not
made.
even-
Do you
it's
see
not
that?
even close. They're government jobs.
These are not-
37% of them were. Yes,
No,
they are. Yes,
no.
they are. They were government jobs, and the reason, what they did, like they would have.
Do we
like,
have
one
government?
person
We have
doing-
government-owned chip manufacturers, manufacturing plants.
That's not what all this is. I've already looked at all this chart, and that's not what this is.
Oh, it's
So
not.
this is
Why
saying
is it?
total
Why is it
government
labeled
jobs.
that?
Now, I have no clue why it's labeled that and everything, but you can look at it. I promise you, anybody can look at it right now. You can go, even Google even has it. But
Okay.
12 million of those jobs were when they opened up factories back up, and they took credit for all those companies they allowed to open back up. Jobs
So
that were
how did we
already
reach
there,
lower
already
unemployment
there.
than Trump had?
You didn't have unemployment. See,
Yes,
you
we
guys
did.
Are always including. No, you didn't. The
We
first
had
2 years, he had
three
the
point
first 2 years.
3.4% unemployment, 3.5%. Trump had 3.6.
No, yeah, and that was after 4 years. Guess what? We shut the country down for 2 years, goofball.
And then we
Man, come
recovered
on.
all the way back and got lower than Trump.
You should have been doing gangbusters. He didn't. The first 2 years, it wasn't even close. He had the highest employment numbers ever in the history of our
Okay,
country.
and then we beat them.
Black, Asians, Latino.
And
you
you're
did not.
lying.
No, you
You're
did
lying.
not.
You're
You
talking
had
really
30%.
fast
Okay.
and you're blazing through things. First of all, the numbers that he beat were a 50-year low. You know what happened 50 years before that? We had a 51% tax rate.
So what?
That's why we had great unemployment. Not because Trump did all of these crazy tax cuts. It's because he was just riding Obama's economy.
No, that was silly. You can look at Obama's numbers. He went down as the third or fourth least productive president in the history of our country.
Where do you see that?
And that's for a fact. You
That
can
is,
look it up
he's
in
the
10
fourth
different
best president we
places.
had in our country. He's like
No, he
rated
was
fourth
not, dude.
best.
When you go, no,
Yes, he is.
wasn't, dude. It was terrible.
Trump's
It
ranked
was
worst.
absolutely terrible.
Trump's ranked worst on
the only-
multiple lists.
No, you can ask 100 people on the street to name one single thing that Barack Obama did, and 99 of them can't tell you one thing.
I literally debate y'all for I debate you MAGA people for a living. Not one of you can name any legislation at all.
What are you talking about? I can name all kinds of legislation.
What's the worst thing Biden did legislatively?
The worst thing he did was cancel out all the federal
So
oil
you don't
drilling
know.
contracts. Yeah, that's the first thing he did. The very first thing, he
Legislatively.
canceled out
Do you know what the word
pipeline, he
legislative?
canceled-
And
Yeah, I know
the
that, because I'm
pipeline is a
talking
lie.
about what Biden did.
The pipeline is a lie. The Keystone XL
No, it's not.
pipeline.
He canceled it his first day.
Let me
first day
let me
in
learn you
office,
something,
he
Bub.
canceled it.
I want to learn you something. 2019, a judge named Brian Morris stopped the pipeline. Who was president in 2019?
Now, it wasn't stopped in 2019, dude.
Oh,
that is false information.
And then
That's
in
already been
2020,
proven false.
Supreme Court further upheld the decision for Brian Morris to stop it. Who was president then?
A judge can't stop anything like that. He can't stop that kind of stuff. That's
Is
not
this
the
a-
judge.
is this a
That's
cope?
an executive
Are you
or
coping?
congressional thing.
I think you're
They
crashing
cannot
out, bro.
stop that kind of stuff.
What do you
Just
what do you
like-
think happened here? You think I'm just making this up?
Yes, you are. You are. And the fact is that under Barack Obama or Donald Trump, a record 7 million people got off of welfare and food stamps, and that same number got back on under Joe Biden. We
Hey, can you read
I
this
wanna say
article?
10%
Can you read this
inflation,
for me?
But it was in setback, Trump, judge blocks Keystone. I don't care what it says.
You just told me a judge can't do that.
There's video of Joe Biden signing the executive order canceling out that pipeline.
Why would you need?
The
Why? No,
first day.
he canceled the permit. Why would you need a permit for a pipeline that can't be built?
It could be built and everything. It was built. It
Why?
didn't cancel out under
You
Donald
can.
Trump.
Who can move past a Supreme Court order?
Well,
Who can do that?
I don't care. who can do what? Say it again.
How do you get past the Supreme Court order when the Supreme Court upholds this judge's decision? How do you do that?
They didn't do that.
The Supreme Court. Are you going to make me Google that for you again? You want to get slam
Yeah,
dunked
go
on
ahead.
again?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. The fact is that we were energy independent.
We were
under-
more energy independent under Biden. 70-year high.
No, we were not at all. That's why he went to OPEC begging them to lower their prices on a constant basis, and they told him to go get screwed. Yeah,
That's not true.
I know. I paid $1.79 a gallon during Donald Trump. It never even got close to that.
Can you read
under
this
Barack
article
or
for
Joe
me?
Biden. Dude, it depends on where you look at stuff. I can find
No, this is
anything
literally
to
just
back
math.
up, and I just
It's
can't
literally
bring it
just
up.
math.
No, it's not. You know, a lot of these places that you get information from.
What
are
does
owned by
energy
the
independence
globalists, the same
mean?
people.
What does the energy independence mean?
It means that we don't have to import oil from other countries. And
That's
we
not
didn't.
true.
Yes, it is true. Yes, it is true.
No,
We
energy
were
independence
energy
means we are
independent.
net
did not need-
exporters.
Yeah, exactly. Meaning that we don't have to buy from other countries. If we got enough to sell, it means we don't have to buy.
You're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong. We have
I'm
always
not wrong.
and
I'm
will.
not wrong. And
Okay,
Joe
you're
Biden-
yelling. You're yelling. Just slow down. We will always import oil. Okay. We
won't.
net energy independence just means that we export more than we import. It never means
Exactly.
that we
If you
never
don't
had zero imports. We've never been that way. We never will be.
Yes, it gets down to where we don't have to. We set the price. All I know is I was paying $1.80 to $2 a gallon
Before
with
COVID.
Donald Trump.
Do you know why
Yes.
energy? Do you know why energy soared? Do you know why energy prices skyrocketed and why Saudi Arabia told us to go kick rocks?
What is that?
Have you heard of the OPEC 2020 deal?
Yeah. Yep.
What did it do?
I've heard it. I don't know what it is exactly.
It's where Trump told Saudi Arabia to stop drilling oil to the tune of 9.7 million barrels per day. What do you think that did to gas prices for 2 years?
All I know, I was still paying in the low $2 under
Okay.
the whole 4 years.
Let me help you out. Let me show you. This is what it did. Do you see this chart? You see that big line that just skyrockets right here?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. This is the OPEC 2020 deal. This is when it started. Trump did this, and it was a 2-year deal. It ended in March 2022. Right here. You see how it falls on the exact day it ends? Do you see that big skyrocket part right there? Trump did that.
It don't matter. I still
It don't
the whole
matter.
time, and
You
I,
just
and
told
I
me.
drive for a living. It doesn't. All I care is that we were still the whole time we were exporting oil. We never did that under Barack Obama. We didn't do it under Joe Biden.
We did. We did it more
No, we
under Joe
didn't.
Biden.
Under Joe Biden, we had all of our reserves completely filled up. He emptied those reserves.
What does that do to
If
the
we
gas
would've had to go to
prices?
war-
What does that do to gas
Huh?
prices?
It makes them go up.
No, it makes them go down.
Well, when you're emptying them, you're doing it to try to keep so you don't have to buy from other places.
No,
And
that's not true either.
Yes, it is true.
Dude,
It is
you
true.
don't know what you're talking about.
Why did he empty them? Then why did he empty them?
First of all, I believe that emptying them was part of the TCJA or one of Trump's pieces of legislation. Second of all, introducing oil into the world market, because oil is a world market. You introduce cheap oil to the world market so that oil prices go down worldwide. And that's why Biden did it. And then he bought them back cheap. So he sold high and bought it cheap, and we made $500 million in the process.
If he wouldn't canceled out the hundreds of government contracts, he wouldn't have had to buy it from anybody. We
What are you
could have done
talking
it
about?
Ourselves.
We-
He canceled out
we drilled-
dozens and dozens of
we
federal
we
drilling
drilled
contracts.
more every year under Biden than we did under Trump.
No, we did not. That is not true, dude. You know it ain't.
Where
true.
do you check
Then
that
why
information?
Why were we paying $3.50?
Are you just guessing? Why are you just
No,
guessing?
Why were we paying $3.50 a gallon? Why was that?
Because of Trump and because of
Because
COVID.
of Trump. Okay.
Yes.
Joe Biden's in there, but it still won't be blamed.
I told
on
you he
Trump,
made a
okay?
2-year deal to stop the Saudis from
Why
drilling
didn't Joe Biden change it?
because they
If
told
it
us
was
to
so
kick
bad, why didn't he
rocks because
change
Trump fucked them over.
And then he should have not canceled out all the contracts.
You know what you're talking about.
He
His-
should have allowed us.
I need you to calm down. Your voice is real high. Your tone is real high. I want to show you this chart. This is from the EIA.gov, the Energy Information Administration. This is where we track our domestic oil production. This shows 2018, Trump had 8.8 million barrels per day. 2010 or 2018, 10 million. 2019, 11. And in 2020, 12. And in Joe Biden went from 11 to 12 to 13 to 13.4 before he got out of office. Every year he increased oil production, and you're just going to say it's not true because you were paying more. How dumb is
Okay,
that?
then explain to me why gas went up to $3.50.
Because Trump did the OPEC 2020 deal and stopped.
You know that's bullshit. Then if it was so bad, why didn't he go back and change the deal?
You can't. It was a 2-year deal, my friend.
You can go back and change stuff. You can change stuff.
I just showed you the chart. I'm so sorry this is happening to you.
Dude, there are so many things that you guys bring up, your charts and stuff, that are so inaccurate. It's not even funny. You know, 'cause
Okay,
that's
I'm
what
just gonna
Democrats do. They
trust
like to be
you.
deceptive. No,
I'm just gonna
no,
trust you.
know, I don't.
You have
the
every
fact
one of your
is-
facts wrong. Why would I listen to you?
No, I don't. No, I don't have my facts wrong. You have your facts. I don't have the ability to bring up charts and show you. I can't.
You can tell me what to search. You can tell me an article name to search, and I'll search it. I'm not doing your homework, but I'll search an actual article name for you.
I don't have a computer here right now. All I have is my phone.
Oh, come back with receipts next time.
I can't get on and do this at the same time.
I think
I
what
will.
you're
Next
saying
time I will.
is shit that people talk to each other and yap about in the middle of a fucking discount tire. This is not real stuff.
No, it's not. The fact is, we had 1.4% inflation under Donald Trump. It got up
Before
to over
COVID?
30%.
You mean because of COVID?
Yes. Before COVID. You can't count the last 2 years. He had to shut everything down, bud.
Okay, so
He had
you
to shut it down.
understand COVID made inflation, right?
No.
What made inflation? What caused inflation?
It caused the thing. Yeah, it did. But see, the problem was when it got in there, everything was opening back up. It should have been doing gangbusters because everything was opening back up, but it didn't. Eggs went up $10 a dozen. Gas went up.
And what did Biden do to make things go up?
By the first thing it did, with the oil prices and that sort of thing, canceling out those contracts, that did it right off the bat. Because
It doesn't do anything.
Oil, it does everything. When transportation, oil is in
The Keystone Pipeline was 8% complete. How did that make gas prices go up if it was never even worked?
He canceled out dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of federal contracts.
And then we drilled more than Trump every year he was in office.
No, he did not.
I just showed you it's literally on the page.
I don't care about your chart. I promise you. What I care about the end result is the fact that it was much cheaper under Donald.
Someone paid to kick you. Thank God. My cortisol levels were skyrocketing, literally skyrocketing. How do people, in the face of data, deny the facts? How do you still deny the facts in the face of data? How do you wake up every day not just condemning the way you think? How do you not just shame yourself after being told stuff like this in front of hundreds of people that you're wrong? Please go back and figure out why you think the way you think. That is not true. Most of the stuff you said is not true, man. I don't know what else to say to that. That is wild. Thank you for the $25. Guys, it's $25 to kick, which I should really raise right now because we have so few guests. But Sarah, thank you so much. Yellow.
Hey, Pickles.
What's up? Are you a Trump supporter?
I voted for him, but I don't love him.
That's what they all say. What do you like about Trump?
I mean it though. I did want to. Well, the last guest was rude. Very. I don't understand why people come up here and scream at you. I think it's extremely ignorant and toxic. But I did want to offer something.
Okay.
I think it would be an interesting exercise for your, I don't know what you call it, vlog podcast, whatever
Okay.
this is, live. I own an investment firm, and I have a doctorate in finance. And ask me anything you want about any economic or policy or whatever, tariffs, whatever. I'll give you an honest, unbiased answer as a Trump voter.
Why do you think we're doing worldwide tariffs? What's in it for us in the long run?
I think the way it's being executed is horrendous. I like the premise. Let me tell you what I mean. Let me expand. The premise as a whole of balancing our trade deficit. We do have the worst trade deficit on the planet by far. 3 trillion. I think last time I looked, the next closest is India.
Why does that matter to
250 billion.
us?
It matters because it moves wealth away from the United States. And what it really does, Pickles, if you think about it, is it does allow the thing that we all should be care about is it does allow the rich to get richer and the poor to get poorer. Because if it moves away your lower middle class and your middle class jobs, but allows owners of companies to import things cheaper and take advantage of cheaper labor overseas, that does increase the wealth disparity.
Okay, and how long do you think it will take for us to reverse that? Or is it even possible considering our dollar is worth so much more than the currency worldwide and considering our labor costs so much more? Will we ever become a net exporter?
I don't know. I don't think we'll ever become a net exporter. And if the idea of improving this was and doing it in a slow, methodical way over the course of 6 months to a year and coming up with actual negotiations and sitting down and saying, hey, maybe this isn't a tariff for tariff thing, but we won't tariff your country if you put in stronger intellectual property laws, aka China. Things like that, I would be very supportive of it, but it's just being implemented extremely recklessly, extremely, and I don't agree with it.
Do you think that he's doing this purposefully to crash the economy?
That's a good question. So take this with a grain of salt. I'm saying there would be advantages to that happening, but the net detriment would be much worse. So what I mean is we need to refinance our debt. If we crash the economy and the Fed lowers interest rates, we can refinance all of our $37 trillion of debt much cheaper. But then many of people in a much worse spot in America to get that done. And that's not a net benefit. I'm not defending that.
Do you think think outside of him actually acting on behalf of the United States. Think about him just with his 18 or 15 billionaire friends running the government. Do you think they personally benefit from this?
I think the possibility exists that there's some insider stuff going on and there's personal benefit for sure.
You think that, obviously, if you're a billionaire, you make off like a bandit when the market crashes, don't you?
If you're set up appropriately for it. Yeah, absolutely. So, so one thing I disagree with is one of the previous guests, but markets down about, let's just call it 10 to 12% by this point from its peak, right? Markets go down by 10% every 1.2 years. They go down by 5% 2 to 3 times a year, 20% every 26 months, right? I'm not saying that's an exact science. It's on average that happens. So the last guest saying that, this pullback in the market prevents retirement or anything when the 22% pullback in the S&P in 2022 didn't. I think that's a little bit of fear talking, although I do appreciate that fear. But what worries me is the essentially, I haven't seen all but one, I'd say, respectable economist say that this wouldn't be a significant GDP reduction.
Yeah, we're looking at like what, -4%?
Well, so take that with a grain of salt, Pickle. So that Atlanta Fed number that you're speaking about does have some fallacy in it with regards to gold exports and people pre-ordering things pre-tariff. Like I went out and bought a car the other day pre-tariff, right? Like just to get it done. So that those things are happening, but will there be a decrease? Absolutely. So it's not going to be that decrease, but there is going to be a decrease for sure. I'm being honest.
I don't know. I'm expecting, especially with our relationships with other countries going south and reciprocal trade tariffs or trade, the trade wars just now instigated, we're going to see other things come forward, and we're going to see even fewer exports come out of the United States, right? That was the main goal. If they hit us with counter tariffs, fewer people are going to export. Lots of small businesses, medium businesses are going to go under. Lots of people are going to lose their jobs. Lots of profit margins are going to be completely stifled. I think businesses are just going to be barely scraping by. I think it's going to be very slow for our economy. I think we're going to see inflation. Like I read an article last night about if this was implemented the right way, this possibly could appreciate the dollar but it would have to be very long term. It'd have to be very consistent. It would have to be on everybody. That's the only reason this would have made sense, is if they're trying to appreciate the dollar. But that's not what they're trying to do, right? We're trying to make it to where people buy shit from us. So if our dollar's worth more, that's going to happen less because our labor is going to effectively cost more.
Correct. You're correct.
So
If
that's not what they're doing.
I can absolutely get behind the intent of this, of bringing wealth back to America and decreasing the disparity and decreasing the trade deficit and all of those things. But that is a 30-year problem that you have to do slowly over time. You got to get healthy the same way you got sick, slow and methodical, right? And that's how I'll say we got sick in this country. I mean, economically.
So the only thing
that's
this
what we need
is
to do.
effectively doing, the only thing that this is being really good at is crashing the economy. It's not actually going to do what we really wanted to do effectively.
Well, so if it depends, and I think it's a coin flip, which I don't, you don't coin flip the economy and people's lives, right? So that's inappropriate. It's the biggest game of economic chicken that's ever been played, and if it goes well for us, it goes well. If it goes bad, it goes really bad. So it's not worth the risk because it's not a high probability bet. Does that make sense?
And I like what someone in the comments just said. Yeah, I don't think that Trump is doing this to close the wealth disparity, the wealth gap, because every Republican president since Reagan has done nothing but increase the wealth gap.
Yeah, do I think that his intent was to close the wealth gap, like as a good, a good Samaritan or whatever? Like, no, absolutely not. So that would be an unintended consequence of, if all of this was done properly by somebody who was implementing it the way it should be. But it's not going to be their intent.
What do you think about the idea that Trump did these tariff rates using ChatGPT?
I mean, do I think that he possibly did that? Yeah, I mean, it's very possible, and that's the case. I mean, that's terrifying. Is that a good word for it? So a lot of people are asking me why I voted for him. I can clarify that a little bit. So I'm very affected by the TCJA, and so are my clients in our business. And I felt, although I'm a veteran, I love this country. I've felt a fiduciary responsibility to protect my employees, our business, or things like that. So yeah, it wasn't not happy about it. It was a thin margin, but I had to do what I had to do. Not saying I was right. Obviously, I wouldn't be talking to you.
Appreciate you being honest.
Yeah, somebody in this comment said selfish. I don't think that's selfish. I said I'd protect my employees, not protect me. I'll be fine.
Woof. Well, I appreciate you sharing with me and giving me a Q&A sesh.
Of course, man. I hope I can come up another time.
For sure. You're welcome back.
Take care, Pickles.
You too.
Keep doing what you're doing. I like it.
Thank you. Yo, if you guys are trying to debate, you can hop in the box. Let's see if this works. Someone in the comments said I downloaded this app just to debate this guy. I invited you up. Pickles, I wish you'd debate Candid American. She thinks she knows it all and never misses. I've never heard of her. I think it's very hard to defend what's going on. I think it's very hard, close to impossible. without saying like the bumper sticker BS of like, we're bringing jobs back. Like, you got to have some nuance. You got to be able to say like, okay, this is obviously not going to bring more jobs back than it's going to lose people. Like, people are going to lose their jobs to a much higher degree than we're going to bring jobs back. This is so dumb. It's a sloppy way to do it. We turned the economy up on its nose. And while this, like the last guest was saying, like implementing this over the course of years and years, maybe, but we're going to go broke. The economy is going to shrink. And that alone sets us back many years. It doesn't help us. We could have done this without tanking our economy. We could have incentivized more trade, more manufacturing, more exports here without doing this. I'm losing connection. Killing me, dude. Test. Are we back? Oh, we're back. Okay. I'm running a speed test real quick. It seems like everything's okay, though. I mean, it's not great. It's not great. It's not super great. That's okay. I mean, like, the only thing that guy said about being a net importer is that it increases the wealth gap. And if that's what if that's what the trade deficit means for us, spare me, Republican Party. Fucking spare me. Spare me. You guys aren't doing that. You're not trying to fix that. This is not going to fix that. Lots of people are losing their livelihoods. Today alone, that lady that said she lost 120 grand each in their 401ks. Holy fuck. Holy fucking fuck. We're so cooked. You remember when they were saying that Kamala's a capital gains tax, unrealized capital gains tax, was going to hurt the stock market, therefore their 401k was going to suffer? What do you think about it now, MAGA? What do you think about it now? Wouldn't you trade a 25% capital gains tax over $100 million for this any day? What do you fucking think about that now? Wouldn't that be? I would love that right now. I would trade that all day. RJ! What's up, dude? I hate my internet too, chat. I hate it. Somebody buy me a house so I can get my internet. Oh my god, guys. I accepted it again? I don't know what to do. Have I watched Solo Leveling? I don't think so. I do live in a basement, chat. For those of you who want to roast me, I live in a basement. Come at me, bro. I live in a basement. You see that? That thing lives with me in a basement. That little fucking little shit machine. Pickles. Pickles. Log off now and binge all of it? I will. I'm too scared to look at the hub's 401k. Pickles, oh my god, watch Solo Leveling. Oh my god, apparently I gotta go watch Solo Leveling. Fuck. Don't you say a bad word about that angel. Guys, I want y'all to know that my YouTube is popping off. It's a bunch of people talking shit, but it's popping off, baby. Look at this little turd. Look at her. Pickles. Pickles. Hey. Pickles. She doesn't even know her own name, chat. Pickles, if you don't look at me, I'm putting you down. Pickles. I'm taking you straight to the vet. Gotta put her down, chat. Gonna have to put her down. It's a sad day. You're embarrassing me, Pickles. She is so sick of my shit. She hates me. She hates me, guys. It's alright. Nice view. You guys were looking at my butt. Were you guys looking at my Hank Hill butt? Guys, are we going to get some debates in here today or what? Is everybody... What are we doing? ChatGPT for President 2028? I feel like we already have that. I think that Trump figured out his tariff rates with ChatGPT. Some people on Twitter figured it out. And I love that for us. The request box isn't here. Are people already bored of talking about tea issues? I mean, let's be real. You guys have never seen someone of that nature in your rural bumfuck country ass town, and you never will. Hello?
It's the guest button is there. I see it. I just tested it.
Oh, okay. Did you buy something on my Amazon wishlist?
I did.
You son of a bitch.
I told you to put it on there. I thought it was pretty obvious.
I appreciate you. You
Of course.
You beautiful son of a bitch. Thank you.
It should come tomorrow. It said tomorrow.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you, dude.
That sweet, sweet mug, dude.
I am so stoked about that. I'm chat. You
Are you
just
really
wait
gonna grip it from? Are you really gonna grip it from like the rock side?
all day, all day.
Hell yeah!
I'm already getting. I'm practicing for it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So the guest box works. So I'm gonna drop down because I'm working on this movie.
Appreciate you. All right. Good. Hey, do your magic. Thanks, man.
Bye.
Guys, that guy is a composer, a music composer. He writes music for movies. Coolest dude in the world. By the way, guys, I have a bunch of like small Lego sets. If you guys want to spoil me, I have small Lego sets on my wish list, along with some egregiously expensive items. I don't know what to do. Some people say they don't see it. I keep sending sends, but the numbers are down. I don't see any subs being sent. Is it broken today? Sweet Rose Hustle and Creations for the 3 months. Thank you so much. That was a while too. That was a while ago. It's not working for me. I don't see the request either or the two faces. Yesterday, now we're under 500. Yeah, it seems a little broken. I don't see the button for request unless you have someone up. Another creator I watched was having the same issue and had to restart their stream. Pokemon Power. Oh, yes. Guys, someone says check Discord. Let me see. Is the request sub only? No, it's not. Most of the mods can't do anything on TikTok. It's crazy because it worked for a little bit and after the battle, but now it's back to like, I don't know. Shit. TikTok's having some itchies, some glitchies. Heads up, you have no mods for YouTube Live. Thank you, Argent. What's MAGA? It's a condition. It's a condition, chat. It's Pokemon Rip time, guys. I can't not at all. Beth's been having a hard time moderate. Let's not talk about that right now, guys. This is probably way more important. By the way, I want to show off something I opened last night that I haven't shown anybody. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Let's get some shamrocks in the chat. Oh no, this ain't good. Oh, gross. Gross. You guys do need to see what I opened last night, though. All right, first of all, we got that last night. A shiny Wug Trio. And then we also have this guy, Shiny Lucario. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Hey, bring up your backup account so that the request button is up here above your backup account.
That is a good idea. Let's go ahead and do that, actually. I am not a smart man. Thank you for saying that.
Somebody in the comments said I can't take credit for it. I'm not that smart.
Boom. There it is. There it
All
is. All right.
Bye.
Appreciate you. Bye. Ah! Okay. That's weird hearing myself twice. Nurse Heather in the comments. Guys, it's gonna be a slow day. It's gonna be hard for MAGA to have the gall to
Hello.
come up. How are you doing?
What are you guys doing with your tariffs? You're crushing us. Sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just work here.
You're just announcing all these layoffs and stuff at our car manufacturer plants and stuff here. So
Damn.
what the fuck?
If I showed you this sweet logo action figure, does that make up for it?
A little bit.
All right.
That's cute. Who is that?
It's a Fortnite skin.
Yes, you can come live with me. I will help anybody come up here. It's fine.
I'm on my way.
We're not that mean about, immigrants.
I'm up. I'm coming. Bringing my girlfriend.
I don't know that you should come here though, because I'm in Alberta and Alberta kind of sucks.
Oh yeah. Not like the Texas.
Yes.
Yeah, of Canada.
It's awful.
God damn. Out of the frying pan into the fire.
The reason, so I moved from Vancouver Island a year and a half ago because, there was this thing, it was called like the global pandemic. And it's like, it it's almost like it impacted countries other than the United States. So, you know, we had a serious issue with like cost of living, and living on the West Coast is really expensive. So we had to leave and come to Alberta where it's cheaper to live. So yeah, like, you know, it's hard in other places in the world too. Just thought you guys, you know, needed to hear that you're not alone.
Well, I guess we can trauma bond.
Canadian Texas, but with universal healthcare. I know, but they're trying to not have universal healthcare in Alberta.
So dumb. Well, how do you not know? How do you not know
They're
by now?
like, thanks, but no thanks. We're going to opt out because we think that the lowest people of our society don't deserve it. God. Sound familiar?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to be advocate for progressive reform in a place where, like, anyways, have you seen our polling numbers for what's happening with our election in a few weeks?
Has it turned up to where the liberal candidates?
Okay, if you go to smartvoting.ca, I think it's either smart voting or voting smart, one of the two. Smart Vote Canada, something like smartvoting.ca. Yeah. You can like look up what the voting is sitting at right now. And it's like, since we've gotten rid of Trudeau and Carney's in, the Liberals and the Conservatives have completely switched. So the Liberals are like way on top now.
Oh, I love that.
Well, yes and no. I mean, it's better than Polyev, but Carney is still not left enough. So our Canadian election is April 28th. We don't do this year-long election thing. We do them in like 6 weeks or less. And we have 5 or 6 parties to pick from. So it's actually really, like, the site is really cool because it does strategic voting. So you can, if you want to do strategic voting as far as like not necessarily voting for who you, because we vote in our own ridings, right? We don't vote for our prime minister. So for example, like, I'm going to dox myself. I'm in the Airdrie Cochrane riding. So right now, my Conservative is 64%. It's polling at 64. But they're saying if you want to be strategic, vote Liberal because it's trending up. Don't vote New Democrat because they don't have a Hope and Hell. And so, but in my home one, which is the Nanaimo Ladysmith riding, there's a 3-way tie right now. So it's actually a big deal, that one. What's going to happen there?
A big deal.
Cool. It's fun. Be like, yeah, we have a 3-way split between the Liberals, the NDP, and the Greens. So.
Fuck. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do. Oh, Dean Raid. What? What? What?
Dean Raid? Oh, no. Not that person.
Old Dean. Did Dean actually raid me, or was it an accidental raid? Is it a real Dean raid? Did he say my name? Did he say Pickles?
Look at them all, yes.
100? Unofficial? Fuck. Accidental raid. He didn't, but we came here. Okay. We just decided, okay. Guys, can you just make sure he says my name once? I would like that. If somebody just get into his box like 13 people in a row and just be like, can you say pickle? Do that tomorrow. Dean's off air. I mention you in every live. I love you. Thank you for that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have Rich Poor in here. We have Rich Poor. I'll keep shouting you out in his lives. I appreciate you. Pickles, are you a fanboy? I mean,
Hey, Pickles, are you willing? Are you willing to concede and admit that you were wrong?
about what?
Are you willing to concede and admit you were wrong about the border?
About what about the border?
Well, I'm just first. I'll get to that. New information has came out, but I just want to know: are you willing to concede and admit that you were wrong? Are you willing? Is that possible?
Always.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so basically, border crossings are down 90%, but your claim was that the border was better under Biden, but border crossings are down 90%.
No, I said that
So,
Biden expelled people more than Trump. He had more
but your claim,
deportations.
no, I understand that. I'll meet you there, but you're saying your claim is not that the border was better under Biden, or would you claim that, or are you not? Are you going to retreat from that?
No, okay, here's the thing. The word better is a little bit broad. There are less crossings under Trump. That's correct.
So, I understand that, but I want to hear you flat out because you're looking right in this camera. I need you to, and someone needs to clip this. Looking in this camera, you need to concede and admit that you were wrong, Pickles.
About what? You didn't cite something I was wrong about.
Dude, you need to concede and admit you're wrong. That's the problem. You guys can't concede and admit that you were wrong. That's the issue. That's
What was
why
I wrong about?
We need to make progress.
Did Trump ever concede?
Dude, that's a conversation for a different topic. You know, I would
Well,
love
hold
to
on
talk.
now.
I want to talk about that. But first, please, Pickles, look in the camera like you always do, with those beautiful glasses, that beautiful high quality camera, that beautiful face, that beautiful microphone, and just concede and admit that you were wrong. And somebody clip this. Somebody clip this.
Beautiful
Somebody needs to
dogs.
clip.
Everything's beautiful in Trump land.
Somebody clip this. Somebody clip this. Now, Pickles, you need to concede and admit that you were wrong. Somebody clip this right now.
Dude, I'm going to clip my dog taking a poop, and I'm going to send it to you. That's what I think about what you're saying.
Dude, you're making a mockery. That's the problem with Democrats. You cannot concede and admit you're wrong.
I'm going to clip like a big bite of carrot that her stomach didn't fully digest. I'm going to clip it and get a nice, close, steamy close-up of it. I'm going to send it to you. We love him, chat. We love him. Bro needs to be sponsored by anabolic steroids or something. Some sort of brand. He needs to be sponsored by BetterHelp.
Maybe he just needs a better mic.
Guys, I don't know. I feel like I might be due for a reset. I might be due for a break. Chat, this is what I deal with. These are your friends, guys. YouTubers, all of you poop talking YouTubers, this is your guy. These are your friends. No, I just came in. Ah, man. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter and you want to debate, hop in the box. Hop on in. Hop on in. Guys, also, this is my alt account. Dark Pickles. If you guys want to follow my alt account.
Bad blood pressure? I have no idea. Maybe.
Never let him in again. So annoying.
Everybody lets him in, though.
We love him.
At least he doesn't, slur and...
We sure do love him. Ooh, what was that?
The little April flower?
Yeah, thank you, Mama G.
One of the new April gifts.
You take breaks and don't log back in. It's true. I'm so sorry, guys. I did that to y'all last night. Dow down 1,600 points. Yeah. So last night I got off at 9, and then I do my daily FaceTime with my girlfriend, and then I'm like, holy fuck, it's 9. And then I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get back on. I need to just start making announcements in my Discord when I don't come back. But yes, I am. I'm a flake. You are right to call me out on it. And what is this? Oh my god. Thank you so much for the floating octopus. I love that.
That was cute.
And this is the first part of my 3-part apology for flaking out on y'all.
Are we going to get part 2 and part 3, or are you going to flake out on those?
I'm probably gonna flake on those. We need at least a single tear. You guys want apology? You guys want apology video with tears?
You just have to take accountability and change. That's it. Oh, look at you, have a little rain cloud.
Thank you so much, K. Sieben. Sieben? Did that not happen? Did what? I just heard on a short. What about that? I just say it on a short. What about that? I can start making a short being like, hey, I'm not coming back. I don't love you guys anymore, or goodbye forever. Every time I don't come back. I'll say it again. Yeah, I invested $30 and sold at 20, lost big. I was trying to gain big. Oh man. I don't even know. Got it first time. Sivan, thank you so much. Love you too. Frosted Flake Pickles. What are you going to debate when all of the MAGAs cave? I don't know. Maybe I'll learn how to debate religion. Maybe I'll learn how to debate Shmishmorshin. I'll learn how to debate I don't know. There's really not more like the most controversial thing in the world right now is US politics, I think. It's hard to top that. It's hard to think of anything close to interesting compared to this. Pepsi versus Coke, yeah. Not religion, boring. Literally had a debate,
Listened
bro.
last night, yeah, to you debating the pro-life person who is just like being like super hypothetical, philosophical kind of stuff. I was like, it's so frustrating because I think it's such a waste of time. Like, this isn't philosophy class. Like, if you want to do that, then go to philosophy class. Like, that's not useful.
I thought about that debate later that night, and I still stand on what I said. Like, he was
And I
saying,
think you handled it really, really well.
I think that like we can look at like the animals, like the animal kingdom, and like the animals that eat their young. What do the surrounding animals do? Absolutely nothing. They don't do shit. Like they don't care. They don't shun them out of existence. Like, that's exactly what we'd do if we had no sympathy, if we had no like sentimental or societal attachments to our young like that, then we would literally not care. Just like he set the hypothetical up to ask me, like, yeah, I don't think we would care. We wouldn't care. I'm looking at what your last things you said. I say it again, happy elder, and then you didn't say anything after that. Maybe what you're saying is getting muted. You might have to say it with different phrasing, not using words that might be banned. Debate evolution, that's a good one. I probably would never debate it better than Dr. Blitz or a few other people that are already on here doing it, but I can give it a go. Animals are smarter than have an idiot. So did whatever happened. Debate flat earth, that'd be fun too. I did look at
What
Happy
is on
Elter.
Earth?
You're still not,
What
your
on
question's
Earth?
not showing. Do I know the lore about Nurse Heather?
No, don't. It's attention seeking. Don't give it any.
Uh-oh.
You can DM me and I'll tell you about it, but I don't want to do it publicly.
Oh my gosh. All right, we won't spread rumors here.
About me?
Yeah.
If someone wants to talk to me about it, I will. I don't care. It's just they have to be in good faith.
Trump announced reciprocal tariffs on Narnia, Gotham City, and Wakanda. Oh my god. Yeah, we won't bring up drama in this chat, guys. Let's not do that. No need for that.
Is it on your Discord?
No, it's in chat.
Just the chat?
Someone keeps saying in my YouTube that this is a fake stream. Guys, this is not a fake stream. What are you smoking, bro? I might go for a short break. What is it, 6 o'clock? I can definitely come back in a short break, guys. I'm probably gonna eat some curry real quick and come back. See what happens.
Thanks, Barbara.
Don't forget to brush your teeth. Guys, I brush my teeth religiously. Don't even try. I brush my teeth. We know you won't be eating any eggs. I don't know what that means, but I have 2 cartons of eggs in my fridge.
Is it because they're expensive? Is that what that means?
I don't know.
Penguin tariffs? That's funny.
This dude can say what you want. Dude, Chris, I invited you up, I think 3 times to try to debate, and I don't know if you just couldn't accept or what, but I invited you up 3 times. Maybe it's because you have a brand new account, you can't go live. I thought this was a debate channel. Nobody wants to debate today, guys. Nobody knows how to defend what's happening. So, yeah, this isn't happening. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off, and maybe if we come back in about an hour, we'll get some debates. So, thanks for hanging out. Heather, I hope you have a good night. Chat, I love yous. I'll see you in just a sec. We've been up for like 2.5 hours. Anytime. I'll catch you soon. Chat, we'll see you in about an hour. It's 6:02 right now. I'll be live again at 7:02. That is a promise. I'll see y'all then.